Hey guys, Dan again. Just wanted to add a little addendum to the quick crafting video I just did. Um, so here I am on my one of my free-to-play accounts, and it's not technically free-to-play anymore because I've got this. I just got tired of waiting. I've got stuff that's been sitting on the Zen Exchange here for since I don't know, for a long time. Since going all the way back to it doesn't really show it here, but all the way back to February is when I put my first order in. Typically on PC it's been taking about 9 to 10 months. I'm going to guess about 9 to get your Zen from that exchange, and obviously I don't even have a whole lot of AD in here to get it with. So I got tired of waiting, and I went ahead and forked over $20 to get 3 months worth of VIP. That should get me long enough, get me enough to get my my Zen exchanged from the AD, and then I can start buying VIP that way, and then not have to worry about paying for anything anymore. But that said, so what that does give me the advantage of is now I have a signpost I can call up, and I can go directly to the workshop. You don't have those two things when you don't have VIP. You don't have a lot of other things either, like I can't invoke outside of my well, let's see. Yeah, when I get out of range of that campfire, I can no longer evoke. If you look up here, nope, and that's really annoying. I have to, if I take damage from a trap, or if I die, if my character dies and gets brought back, I have this lingering effect of resurrection sickness, I think is what they call it. That's annoying too, and once you start building up VIP, those things go away. One thing I did notice is that the free VIP you get doesn't count towards your totals. When you buy VIP, you never lose ranks, even though you might you might expire. After you use your 3 months worth of VIP, if you don't pay for more, it's going to go away. If you buy another 30 days, I don't know, a little ways down the road, it's going to go right to rank 4. Doesn't count the free VIP you occasionally get from the game, though, unfortunately. So anyway, what I wanted to show you is something I missed in the last video. I'm just going to jump over to the workshop. Now, I have stuff in the workbench. All I'm doing on those lower tier characters is these are relatively new on workshops. All I did was get them. I started these when I was during the summer festival. These 1 or 2 on the last set, and you only had to get to level 3 in a profession to be able to successfully craft pedals. It really level 3, and then just have somebody that's relatively fast. Well, let's do this. I'm going to check this out first. Just do my normal maintenance here. I'm not typically going to grab artisans that I'm not going to keep later on. I might, hold on to her depending on whether I have a decent set of gatherers. I do, so she's not any good either. All right. So, one thing I showed earlier, and I'm going to go outside the workshop to show it. All right, because again, this is more of a quick tip for people that want to do crafting remotely, and there's some huge advantages of it. Obviously, if you have VIP, you have at a certain level you can summon a vendor. If you don't, if you're free to play or you're not high enough rank VIP, you can't. So this is another place that's kind of come in handy. So I'm going to pull up my professions. You can see I've got 400 morale. I've got stuff in my delivery box, right? And I have no current orders in process, but that's not technically true. I actually have gatherers doing things. It just doesn't count here because that only counts your artisans, not your gatherers. So there's a couple things. Last time I was showing you, you pay the delivery fee. It says in here, you can click as many items as you like, but once you close the window, you'll have to pay the fee again. Well, that's not true. I can close this window. I'm not going to pay the delivery fee here. I'm going to show you something different. But if I pay the delivery fee, close the window, I can go out of here, talk to the vendor, sell all my extra stuff. Let's go ahead and do that. So make some room right now. And again, I'm going to use my little rapid fire clicking here. Make sure I didn't oversell here, and we'll do that here too. All right, and just make as much room as possible because I'm about to spam the heck out of purchases just so I can work on leveling. It's double professions, right? We mentioned that before. But the reason that's huge is because not only do you have your morale costs are halved, but when you craft something, you get twice the experience for it. So that's something I don't think is mentioned here in the things. Double professions, it just says explorer charts provide double yield and limit time your artisans consume half the standard morale cost. It doesn't tell you that you actually get twice as much experience. And I think it used to say something, maybe it says it somewhere else, but that's neither here nor there. But one thing I missed before, let's go back to the professions menu. All right, before I was talking about, okay, you have a crafter in process, you want to spend that morale there. Well, there's another way. If you do it this way, if you click craft, this is something I wish I'd have known. I mean, I've been playing for ages. I've been playing since somewhere in 2020, right? And I've had workshops for almost all of that time. I did not know that until like today when I was making this video earlier. I didn't figure out that if I hit craft here, it does take 7. It was at 400 morale. It's taking that extra 5. The 2 that it's currently costing, because it's rounding that 5 standard cost down to 2, cutting in half and rounding it down, and it's costing the 5 for the remote fee. Well, this doesn't tell you in the pop-up that only happens once. It does the same exact thing as what you get up here if you hit collect all. Now you notice I did that. I haven't done the collect all yet before with the extra cost. Well, now I don't have to pay that extra cost. You only have to pay it once. I paid it here. It covers that, anything that goes to the delivery box, and it covers anything I craft from here on out, as long as I don't leave the zone. It doesn't matter whether I close this window or not. It matters whether I leave the zone. Now the tricky part is there's, like I mentioned in the other video, you can lock up the game if you are just spam clicking on crafting something, and that's really annoying, because the only way to get out of it when you're not in the workshop is to actually just totally shut down the game and reopen the game, and then you've left the zone and came back. So you might as well just go to workshop after that and just finish it up from there. But this is a one-time fee while you're in the zone. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna level this character. Well, this character's already level 20, so let's level this one up. Now I want to do the miracle worker. Well, we've already shown what the miracle worker does. Let's do this. I want to level up. You can't do that either. How about one of you guys? 12. I don't have the region. So let's find something else that's good. So one thing that you have in pretty much every one of these professions, you have something in this second tier of professions that cost normally 5 morale that you can craft, right? For alchemy, typically it is potions of healing, the rank 3, right? Everything else is a little higher unless you're going way down here, and then these don't really have any value. You can't really sell them for anything that's worthwhile. These you don't get a whole lot of money for. 1 silver and 88 copper, so almost 2 silver per. It's really not worth it unless you're gathering these sweet gil on your own. You can't buy these from the vendor, by the way. You have to actually gather them or buy them from the auction house. Being the still water doesn't cost much, so you can still make money crafting these, but just not much. Alchemy is not the best way to go for making money until you start getting up into this this second to last tier where you're crafting these potions of healing. However, so the other two, let's kind of go through these one at a time. Armor smithing. There is a rank. There's tasks in here that you can do as well. However, iron plates and iron ingots are extremely expensive, so you're going to probably lose money or barely break even if you're trying to craft anything on level 2 here. So what I end up doing with these guys is I just have them craft. Once they get high enough level, I'll just put them on steel ingots, because the regions for these are super cheap, and you just rapidly you're not making money crafting. You just put these guys in an automatic and have them craft steel ingots, and then when they get up to the next tier, you get craft mithril ingots, so forth. Same thing with your blacksmith, and your what do they call this? The oh god, I can't. Tailoring and leather working are both also the same thing. You have second tier tasks that you can do that are still within that range, but the components, the regions, are so expensive that you might as well just craft regions that you can use for other things later on. like wolf leather. It's great for if you want to make certain tools for your workshops. But anyway, the ones that it is really good for is jewel craft, where you go to this hartshorn ring, and this is super cheap on the components. This is one of the reasons I like to level, to always choose jewel craft as my first profession, is because the highest tier on here is just super easy to get. Hartshorn rings are earning you almost 2,000 experience points every time you hit them. Granted, it takes a ton to get up and level, but you also have the best artisans here. You have Padme, who's a common artisan, but she has a 100% speed multiplier. She's a 20% miracle worker, and she has no extra commissions. You have this guy here who has passion project, who can negate the cost of stuff. He's also negative 75% on commission, and he's got a decent speed modifier. And if you get to a rank 3 where you're getting blue, which is your rare artisans, there's another one that's 125% speed and also negative 75%. She's also 20% miracle worker. So you get those 3 in combination, and those are really great for things like Gond or the Summer Festival or your crafting pedals. So I'm going to kind of work on his leveling. He's got a ways to go, but I've already shown you the benefits of the miracle worker, where you get all the extra experience, right? Since I already level on 20 on here, I'm not really worried about that. She's already level 20. So what I'm going to do is just do this crafting. But like I think I showed you before, I'm only getting charged 2 every time. Now now I'm still gonna have to swipe off of here every once in a while, right, so that I don't lock it up, hopefully. But I'm gonna be able to make a crap load of these. Now let me show you something real quick. 3,481 experience points. I don't think that's quite double, but it's definitely more than during a normal, the non double professions event. So not only are you getting half the morale cost, so you actually, I'm actually getting more than half the morale cost. I can make 2.5 times what I would normally make crafting if I want to level the workshops. 2.5, obviously different if you're doing something with an even number like potions of rank 9 potions, but this I can just get all kinds of experience, and it's almost twice the experience that you get when you're not doing double professions. So this double professions is huge if you need to rank up any of your professions. And if you do nothing else, if you're a crafter and you like Gond, or you want to take advantage of stuff like that, it's really good idea to not just stick to one profession where you've maxed strength. I want to rank this guy up to level 20 in alchemy as soon as possible, but as you can see, I'm missing some components, and I'm kind of getting tired of having to transfer those or mail myself stuff from other characters. So that's why I'm focusing on leveling up the gatherers first, and then once I get high enough gatherers, then I can just collect the regions. Sweet Gale is one of the things that I think it's like a tier 3 task or something. So I need to get up to like level 8 or 9 in my gatherers before I can start getting that. Not too super high, but this is definitely the time to do it. So what I recommend, if you have to level those and you have a lot of low level shops or you're just starting to craft, once you get high enough, you have to set some priorities first, right? My first priority is to get to level 15. So level 13 is when you get the sending stone, right? Level 15 is when you can go to rank 3 in your workshops. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop here real quick. I'm going to go ahead and sell all these goodies. Just holding my hotkey down here to sell like crazy. But anyway, so going back, you want to focus on one profession. So what I recommend this week is these new workshops. If you have low level gathering, just do gathering only. At least until you get high enough level so that your gathering is taking like 2 hours per task. I mean, when you first start out, the items you pick up are like 15 minutes, 15 minutes to pick them up, for them to go out and get them. And if you've got 3 guys doing it at one time, that's 3 workbench, delivery box spaces you're taking up every 15 minutes. And you only got 18 to start out with if you're level 2 on your workshop. You want to get to level 3 at least so that you have a little bit more room and you don't have to keep going back as often. Um, so again, just don't, stop crafting stuff. It just put your automated stuff, make your automated stuff your adventures. As far as crafting goes, use your morale for this stuff. Let me get out of this. All right. So again, already paid that morale fee, so I don't have to pay it again. I'm just going to go back and start crafting some more. Now, unlike my miracle worker here, I'm not going to get any extra procs. The procs I get from here will just negate that lower commission cost. And as you can see, this guy with a negative 75% commission is only costing like 79 copper per item he crafts. I could go to something really cheap like bone necklaces, but I'm trying to level this guy. And what better time to do it than now when I've got really cheap components that I can craft, and he is super inexpensive to use. I'm paying probably 2-3 silver tops per item, and I'm getting paid in return 34 silver for every item. And the bigger benefit is I don't have to keep using my VIP to summon a vendor. I don't have to run back and forth from the workshop. I can just stand in front of the vendor here, craft away, after I spent my initial 5 morale, and then and then sell. It's a little slower than, well, it's a lot slower than doing rank 9 potions, but I'm not there yet on these guys. These guys, I'm just trying to get everybody ranked up. All right, so I don't know if you were paying a lot of attention to it, but when I first came in here, my guy was level 19. I don't remember what his experience was. I'll have to take a look at it in a minute, but let's take a look at him now. So he is still level 19, but now he's at 1.5 million experience points. I think that's quite an improvement from what he was. I would guess that within 1 or 2 days I could get him to level 20 easily. Then again, within a day or two, I should be able to get my gatherers high enough rank to start gathering the sweet gale, so I don't have to keep sending it to myself. And then I will put my artisans here back to work on that stuff, and we'll get this ranked up too. All right, that's all I have for now. GG. Have a great day.